Radovan, please, come on. And the next one is the Executive Director of the Global Fund Against HIV, AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria, Peter Sens. Come on.
Joining us on stage is Priscilla Ama-Ado, a young health advocate championing HIV, SRHR, and holistic health and well-being of young people. Welcome, Priscilla. Joining us as well is Bernd Montag, the CEO of Siemens Healthineers.
Okay, now we have a fabulous panel here, but first we get a video which will show the success and I think 70 reasons to vote for the Global Fund, or to fund the Global Fund, maybe. Okay, video off.
Why support the Global Fund? 70 reasons. Ready? Go. 1. Because it works. Because since we began, HIV infections are down 62%. That's 2. Tuberculosis deaths down 40%. 3. And malaria has been eliminated in 21 countries. Because life expectancy in Zambia has gone from 43 to 58 years. And also improved by 10 years or more here, and here. Because if you're investing in a healthier world, this is the best return you can get. Because we are beating these diseases, because we can end them in our lifetime, but only if we keep going. Because it's in your country's interest too. Because we don't just fight these diseases, we strengthen entire health systems, which helps fight every disease, which improves health security everywhere, which protects societies, bolsters economies, fosters stability, and keeps us all safe. Because we help prevent the next global pandemic by supporting disease surveillance labs on 5 continents, which catch outbreaks early and stop them before you even get to hear about them. Because none of us wants to live through another one, and we cannot go back to the last one. Because no one else can do what this partnership does. Because every day, millions of people work together and give their all in the face of disaster, conflict, outbreaks, and displacement, to deliver treatments for HIV, TB, and malaria, oxygen, mosquito nets, lab equipment, digital diagnostics, x-rays, and protective equipment to everyone who needs them. And because all of that happens at such scale that it brings down the cost of life-saving drugs, accelerates new innovations, and puts the next generation in control of their future. Because it's the right thing to do. Because we're better than this. Because where you live shouldn't determine whether you live. Because we're human beings. And when death comes knocking, we stand together and say no, not today. Because it all started with a dream.
I love dreams. It always starts with a dream.
And we won't stop until that dream becomes a reality. That's 69 reasons. There are 70 million more. That's how many lives we've saved since we began. And we can't stop now. We won't stop now. Together we must stop at nothing.
We need a fully funded global fund to ensure health equity for everyone.
Thanks. Certainly this gives very good reason to fund or vote for the Global Fund, but I would like to address our dear Minister Alabadi Radovan. What are your reasons?
So, ladies and gentlemen, great to see you all here today in Berlin. Take a look around. Who's standing to your left? Who's standing to your right? Take a good look.
You are.
In some parts of the world, 1 in 3 people risk contracting malaria. That would mean either you or one of the people standing next to you. And all too often, it leads to death, especially for children. Also, far too many people are still dying from diseases like tuberculosis or from an HIV infection. We are here in Germany, in Europe, just incredibly lucky that this isn't our daily reality. But why is health still a question of where you come from or what you earn? I find it shocking that we still have to ask this question in the year of 2025, because the world had, and we heard it, had actually been moving in a really good direction. We improved prevention with vaccines, mosquito nests, education and information. We made treatment less expensive and more widely accessible, for example, life-saving HIV therapies and tuberculosis drugs. With the Global Fund, we saved 70 million lives together. So we know the figures, we know the progress, and we know what it means to individual lives. But even though we know all this, health budgets are shrinking around the world. Debt is growing and international commitments are getting smaller. We have to maintain our progress together. We have to build on that success because we know exactly what happens if we fail to do so. We know that diseases do not stop at borders. Now, more than ever, we have to all pull together. We have to deliver. We have to reach more people with less funding, and we can only do it together. That is why Germany will focus even more on cooperation with multilateral partners in the health sector. To meet the needs of each country more efficiently, there must be better coordination between stakeholders. And the Global Fund is best positioned to deliver exactly that. And I welcome its commitment to bold change, as Executive Director Peter Sands has put it. And that's why Germany will contribute 1 billion euros to the Global Fund for the next 3 years. So we will contribute, thank you, we will contribute 1 billion euros to the Global Fund for the next 3 years. This includes 100 million euros to be generated through debt conversion in cooperation with our partner countries pending parliamentary approval. Our contribution to the replenishment is also made in the expectation to further increase cooperations with other partners like Gavi, but we talked a lot, and I know this is exactly what Global Fund is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to close with a quote from youth health advocate Priscilla Amaadu, and I'm very pleased that she will be speaking here as well. She has said, "It is essential to collaborate, unite, and innovate because real progress can only be made when we move forward together." So let us take action together now. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Now, the Global Fund is not new to the global health space, and it's certainly shown itself capable of adapting and delivering. But given the new global health challenges that we are now facing, how do you see the Global Fund evolving to this new reality?
That one works better. Hi. Yeah, that works better. Good question, but before I answer the question, it's not often that you stand up stage and you get a pledge for €1 billion. So I do think we should give the minister another round of applause. And I want to underscore the point that this isn't a one-off in the sense that Germany has been a steadfast supporter of the Global Fund and a leader in global health for many, many years. So this is a fantastic continuation of a very proud leadership stance that Germany has taken. I'd also say in the context of the 8th replenishment, this 8th replenishment will come to a culmination on the 21st of November, on the eve of the G20 summit. The replenishment is being co-hosted by South Africa and the UK. And this announcement is a really important milestone, setting the tone and setting a benchmark for all the other donors who still have to announce. So thank you again, Minister. I'll now get to your question. Look, everybody in this room is involved in global health in one way or another, and we all know that 2025 has been a very tough year. We've had a lot of complicated geopolitics, we've had disruption of funding, a whole range of issues confronting us. And those issues aren't going to be solved quickly, right? The politics is complicated, the funding is difficult, and we will have to work together to surmount those issues. But we should also look at this as a moment of opportunity. It's a moment of opportunity in terms of, frankly, making changes we should have been making anyway. We have a global health sector which is too fragmented and, let's say, has some opportunities for efficiencies and greater synergies, and we should grab those opportunities. And certainly from a global fund perspective, we are, as you say, totally committed to making bold change, both in the way that we work and in the way that we interact with all our partners. But I'd also say it's a moment of opportunity in terms of innovation. If I take HIV, we are on the cusp of launching the most exciting biomedical innovation, biomedical tool we've had to fight HIV for at least a decade. With the emergence of lenacapavir and the fact that we can roll it out at scale starting at the end of this year, we really have the prospect of bringing AIDS to an end as a public health threat. That is an extraordinarily exciting thing to have. And that's just one of the many examples of innovations where if we're bold and if we work together, both across the multilateral health agencies, but also with communities and civil society, with the private sector and with governments, we can make extraordinary things happen. And indeed, we already have a really exciting partnership with Siemens Healthineers on AI. And I think we're only scratching the surface of what we can do here. So today's a big day. As I say, I don't often get to have people announcing €1 billion for us. And the leadership of Germany is something that we cherish and we're incredibly proud of. And we need to keep doing this together. There will be a test later on how many of those 70 reasons in the video you memorized. But ultimately, what really counts here is we are talking about people's lives. We are talking about the poorest and most marginalized communities in the world. And together, we can make a massive difference to those people. Thank you.
Priscilla, you're a passionate advocate for communities and persons with lived experience. Yeah. So from your experience and your perspective, what makes the Global Fund partnership so important for communities and civil society?
Thank you so much. I will start with one of the 70 reasons, is that a girl has dreams, right? That is one of the reasons why the Global Fund existed today. Essentially, it existed because lives needed saving, and that is what the Global Fund has dedicated its entire existence to do over the past 2 decades. And today it continues to save those lives, giving hope where there was despair, and putting communities at the very center. When the Global Fund was created, I was but an infant. Please do not do the math. But I was very much a child, and I had no idea how much its existence will impact me today. So today I stand here as a very strong advocate, a community member, and one of the 70 million lives saved by the Global Fund. That deserves a round of applause. Thank you. Yeah. The Global Fund is hope in action. It is proof that when communities come together, that when donors and governments come together, we can achieve something magnificent, something impeccable. We can achieve what we thought was impossible. And this partnership has not only saved millions from HIV, tuberculosis, and malaria, but it has ignited a movement for community leadership. One that puts people's interests first, one that puts people's lives first, and one that puts their rights first. The partnership or the impact of the Global Fund goes beyond financing. It has built health systems that we all benefit from, and it has stood the test of time. It has strengthened local organizations, and it has championed human rights and gender equality, ensuring that no one is left behind. What sets this partnership apart is its inclusive governance, where communities like myself, civil societies, governments and donors come together, sit at the same table to make decisions that save lives. Because when communities are empowered, when young people are trusted to lead, health outcomes improve, lives are saved, and progress becomes lasting. Yes, the challenges are growing. Honestly, I don't want to be pessimistic, but the challenges are really growing. And it is important for us to be resilient. For young people like myself living with HIV, it isn't just about surviving.
Communities.
When funding is cut,
Communities.
it's our futures.
Communities are experts. 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 Communities are experts.
That is the power of communities. When funding is cut, it's our futures that hang in the balance, and that is no playing matter. But when countries like Germany stand with us, they are not only committing money, no. They are investing in our dreams, in our health, and in our right to thrive. The Global Fund gives hope. It reminds us that we matter. Behind every grant, every intervention, every policy, there are people with hopes and dreams. There are adolescents, young people, women, children, and the elderly. The Global Fund helps us not just to survive, but to thrive. I want you to hang by that word. Because we do not deserve just to live, we deserve to thrive. Let us never forget this partnership is not just about fighting disease. It's about defending life, dignity, and the promise of a healthier and fairer world for all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was really impressive in many ways. And unexpected. And now I'm looking up to Bernd Montag, a good friend of us and of mine. And I think without the private sector, many things cannot be effected on the ground. So, Bernd, what is your view on this?
Thank you for the question, and I have no support group with me. Okay?
You are big enough without it.
Yeah. Thank you. So, I mean, I want to give 3 reasons, why we are working closely with the Global Fund. And I think one topic is, I mean, we sometimes say private sector, but in the end, I mean, whether you are in a company, whether you are a provider or you are an NGO in healthcare, what gets you up in the morning is to be passionate about healthcare. And you are in different parts in different specialties. Like what we all learn in healthcare, there's multidisciplinary work. There's the nurse, there's the surgeon, there's the GP. So we play our role, but it also means we cannot do it alone. And when it comes to working in fighting TB in the Philippines, we can bring the technology, but we don't know what it means for a woman in the Philippines to really get access to the technology, to overcome barriers we don't even know of. So this is one of the reasons why we collaborate. Then I believe in 2025, it's not because it's fashionable. And I believe that now it is now it matters really. Whether one continues to support, and we are intensifying the support, the collaboration, whether it's in sustainability or whether it is for global health, because now it's about making a difference. And I think this is an important statement. I also believe, and I hope it's not weird when I say this, I think companies today have a special responsibility. Siemens Healthineers has, as an example, we are active in 75 countries. So that means we need to also, in a world which is fragmenting, be an organization which creates a fiber of collaboration, and also work with other organizations who are also this fiber. And last topic is, what the work we do with the Global Fund is about using technology, using AI and imaging to solve the TB challenge at scale. And I believe this is a trailblazing way of addressing the next challenges we will have after having the infectious diseases under control. It's about the NCDs, it's about cancer, cardiovascular disease, stroke, where it will also be system strengthening and rolling out technologies together. And this is why we are super proud to work with you.
Your idea of a net between all nations, across borders, across politics, across religion, that's very relevant, and we will come to that later. Another net is the science and academia. But, dear Minister, what are your concluding words of this very fascinating and surprising and hilarious session?
Well, thank you so much. And before concluding the session, I want to thank the co-hosts of the Global Fund Replenishment, UK and South Africa, also for their leadership and commitment, and also the German private sector. I'm very glad that the German private sector is also contributing, and yes, of course, communities are so important, so thank you for highlighting this also here. I think that's always important to remember. So I think still we had a very good, energetic session here, very positive, and that's how it should be, but nevertheless, we have tough times before us, and we need to work closely together through all the sectors, as you said. So let us stop at nothing, and I think together we can build a healthier future for all. And I really hope many more will follow this call for responsibility and solidarity. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. A little bit of music for them going back to their places. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you. so much to our panelists. This morning, one of the panel members highlighted that investing in health security is investing in national security and development. And the minister's commitment and Priscilla's comments certainly echo that sentiment. It's clear from the discussions this evening that global health needs partnerships and it needs cooperation. And as Axel highlighted, another indispensable ingredient is a firm basis in science.
Yeah, and science is something which is universal all over the globe. Whatever your background, whatever your location, your religion, your politics, scientific rules are true for everyone, everywhere. And therefore, the academic institutions are the guardians of a global truth, but also a global connection, because we can speak to scientists everywhere, they will understand us. And that's also a responsibility. We have the leitmotif, taking responsibility. And I think scientific organizations, academic organizations have to take the responsibility. And two organizations of the World Health Summit Academic Alliance, which have taken responsibility or are taking responsibility, are now called to the stage.
So regional engagement is a cornerstone of the Alliance's mission. And each year, a member of the Alliance has the privilege to host a regional meeting in one of the regions within the world. These meetings serve to bring together regional stakeholders to address context-specific challenges whilst contributing to global health. Last year, NIMS University hosted the regional meeting in New Delhi. And next year, Aga Khan University has the pleasure of hosting the regional meeting in Nairobi.
In April 2025, the World Health Summit regional meeting in New Delhi brought together leaders and experts from the region and from around the world. Over the course of 3 days, more than 5,000 participants and over 900 speakers addressed pressing regional challenges and discussed ways to advance global health, guided by the theme, Scaling Access to Ensure Health Equity, for sharing knowledge and for developing approaches that can contribute to more equitable healthcare in the region and worldwide. New Delhi became a place where diverse perspectives met, from science, policy, the private sector and civil society, with the shared aim of improving health for all. Now, the responsibility moves forward, from New Delhi to Nairobi. In 2026, the World Health Summit regional meeting will take place in Kenya, a new chapter, another step in a continuing global exchange on the future of health. We look forward to Nairobi.
Yeah, give a big applause. And very many thanks go to these two brave men and their big teams, both in Delhi and in Nairobi. And I see some of them here and there. So without the teams, it's not possible. We are talking about cooperation, but we have not enough space on the podium to have them all here. So that's the only reason. And the past meeting was in Delhi. It was the biggest meeting we ever had in terms of attendance. And it was, yeah. And it created an enormous amount of energy. And it will have repercussions in the whole area. Balvir, please give a very short...
Well, thank you, and good evening to everybody. As you saw, that we in India proudly hosted NIMS University, the biggest WHS regional meeting, where more than 5,000 participant delegates came in, with 54 countries, 163 sessions, and 900 plus speakers, and 200 partners. This is proud for us, and credit goes to WHS Academic Alliance and Excel. Secondly, we are particularly proud to highlight the remarkable initiative of first WHS Academic Alliance Working Group on strengthening maternal and child health. Already kicked off, establishing in cooperation with UNICEF and Blockchain for Impact. And thirdly, we are also proud to have launched Global Hexa Health Exchange on global health government and governance and health diplomacy. It will serve as a platform for rigorous research, policy dialogue, and innovative research and action. And also, lastly, we are also proud to launch regional expert dialogue on climate and health changes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, now we have the official ceremony of the handover of the baton, because even if NIMS did a very good job, they cannot stay the presidents forever and have the meeting there every year. We have to tour the world. So that's the last time you will have the baton, you know that. Or Delhi comes back in a few years and does it again. So please hand it over to... Many thanks to the team. I see them here. Maybe a few people from the team come up just for the photo. Okay. Okay, that was it. please go down again. We need to now go to the future. And the future, no, you stay here. Lukoy. I'll take the baton.
I might get carried away. Thank you very much. And thank you very much once again, ladies and gentlemen. We from Africa, because we stand here representing Africa, we want to begin by first welcoming all of you back home, because we are all African. And when you come to Kenya, we will show you the evidence that we are all African. We are taking over from our colleagues in India. We were very happy to be hosted in India. And with the support of all of you and the Academic Alliance, we hope to host an important meeting in Nairobi where we will reimagine Africa's health systems. We will be focusing on innovation, integration, and cooperation, working together. And so we look forward to seeing you in Nairobi next year, April 27 to 20.